Have you ever heard of a king without a kingdom? Have you ever heard of a commander who asked his soldiers not to fight? Have you ever heard of a king who had no throne and a crown? Have you ever heard of a soldier who brought down the enemy by not firing a single bullet? Have you heard of a statesman who would not eat his last meal till his last subject had eaten? Yes, I am sure you know the answer. It is our own Rashtrapita, Mohan Karamchand Gandhi. Today, we are going to learn a new lesson. Lesson number 5, Indigo by Louis Fisher. Indigo is a chapter which tells us about the Champaran struggle of Gandhiji and which is portrayed to us by his biographer, Louis Fisher. Let us know something about Louis Fisher before we go into the lesson. Louis Fisher was born in Philadelphia, USA in 1896. He worked as a journalist in the New York Times and was a faculty at the Princeton University. He served as a volunteer in British Army, and like that he reached India in 1942 and met Gandhiji and became the authentic biographer of Gandhi. Speaking more about Louis Fisher, we should know that he was a Jewish American, and let us know some of his works. The most prominent work in India is The Essential Gandhi, which he penned in 1962. The God That Failed in 1949, The Soviets in World Affairs in 1930 are some of his prominent books. For us Indians, we pride ourselves thinking that we know all about Gandhi. But when we really analyze our knowledge of Gandhi, it simply comes to knowing just what is the name of Gandhi, where and when he was born. Just we know the autobiography of Gandhi and the profession of Gandhi, etc. But today we are going to learn much more about Gandhiji than we know through the prose chapter Indigo by Louis Fisher. Life of Mahatma by Louis Fisher is a basis for the Academy Award winning film Gandhi in 1982 by Richard Attenborough. Our present lesson, Indigo, is an excerpt from this book, Life of Mahatma. It is regarded as one of the best books ever written on Gandhi. All of us know Gandhi had worked a long time in South Africa and he returned to India in 1915. Back in India, Gandhi set up an ashram, a self-sufficient community, and served there with a simple diet and lived like the poorest of the villagers. Gandhi had a natural inclination to fight against exploitation because he had served in the civil rights of South Africans. Gopalakrishna Gokhale advised Gandhi to join Indian National Congress. So he went to participate in the Lucknow session of Indian National Congress in 1916. Louis Fisher met Gandhi at Sevagram in 1942 and asked him, Gandhiji, how did you urge the departure of British from India? I will tell you how I urged them. It was in 1917, Gandhiji replied. A poor peasant, very emaciated and very ordinary looking, named Rajkumar Shukla, came up to Gandhi and said, I am a sharecropper from Champaran. and I have complained many in vain about the sharecropping exploitation. So someone suggested to me that I speak to you. Please fix a date and come to my place, Champaran. Gandhi just wanted to avoid him and said that he had some other appointments in Kanpur and some other place. But the tenacious Rajkumar Shukla never left the side of Gandhi and pleaded again, please fix a date and come to Champaran. Seeing the willpower and tenacity, Gandhiji told him, please come and take me to Calcutta when I come to see Shantiniketan of Tagore at Calcutta. On the appointed date, Shukla was seen waiting for Gandhi at Calcutta. Gandhiji traveled with Rajkumar Shukla to Champaran and met Rajendra Prasad because he wanted to gather more information than Rajkumar Shukla, a poor person, was able to give. Rajendra Prasad, a prominent lawyer, was dealing already with the Champaran peasants. So Gandhi thought that Rajkumar Shukla would be able to give him more information than a peasant was able to give. In this slide, you can see Gandhi's route to Champaran from Gujarat. From Gujarat, he travels to Lucknow, Lucknow to Calcutta, Calcutta to Champaran. Seeing Gandhiji with Rajkumar Shukla, the servants of Rajendra Prasad thought that he was also another peasant. So they did not allow Gandhi to draw water from the well, lest the water source becomes polluted. Gandhiji also wanted to collect maximum information before he will move to Champaran. Being a lawyer, he needed facts. So he visited J.B. Kripalani, a professor at Arts College Muzaffarpur. At that time, government servants were very, very afraid of supporting the advocates of home rule. It would have meant expulsion by the government service. But J.B. Kripalani and his body of students welcomed Gandhi and gave him a warm welcome. News of Gandhi's mission and his nature of work spread at Champaran. Sharecroppers from Champaran came on foot to see their new champion. Lawyers of Muzaffarpur called on Gandhi, and Gandhi asked them, what is their fees? Hearing their fees, Gandhi chided them. And he stated, lockouts are useless, because Gandhi knew it was a British court. It was a British judge under a British law against British landlords. So there was nothing favoring Indian peasants. Gandhiji rightly had commented, the lockouts are useless, or British lockouts are useless for Indian peasants. Gandhi wanted to collect more information about the Indigo problem of sharecroppers in Champaran. Most of the arable land in Champaran was owned by Englishmen and worked by Indian tenants. The chief commercial crop was indigo. The landlords compelled all tenants to plant their 20th or 15% of their holding with indigo. The entire indigo harvest was to be surrendered as rent. This was done by a long-term contract. It was very, very irksome to the peasants. And what is indigo? Let us know. Indigo was a natural dye extracted from the leaves of indigo plants and exported by British for using in their textile industry. Champaran foothills had ideal weather for cultivation of indigo crop. Germany had developed synthetic indigo in 1917. Its demand grew more than that of Champaran indigo. Landlords obtained permission from the sharecroppers to pay them compensation for being released from the 15% agreement. Many peasants signed and paid willingly. Others who went to the court were threatened by landlords' thugs. Peasants came to know of the synthetic indigo and they demanded their money back. Thus arose a conflict, and Gandhi arrived at Champaran at this crucial point. Being a lawyer, Gandhi needed facts. He visited Secretary of British Landlords, who called Gandhi an outsider. Gandhi said he was not the outsider. So he visited the Commissioner of Tirhut, who bullied Gandhi and forthwith threatened to expel him. And he ordered Gandhi to quit Champaran immediately. But Gandhi did not leave. Creating a house in Motihari, the capital of Champaran, Gandhi continued his investigation. Gandhi heard a news about a peasant was being maltreated at that time. Naturally, Gandhi decided to visit the peasant. A messenger delivered an order to Gandhi to quit Champaran. Gandhi declined. For disobeying the order of the commissioner for quitting Champaran, Gandhi was asked to appear in the court. Gandhi planned elaborately. He asked his lawyer friends to come from Bihar. He wired instructions to his ashram. He also wired a full report to the viceroy. The result? The next day, the town of Motihari was black with peasants. There was spontaneous demonstration around the courthouse. This was the beginning of the liberation of fear of British landlords. The multitude confronted officials. They felt powerless to control the crowd. Seeing the trouble created by the multitude of people outside, the court decided to postpone the trial of Gandhi. Gandhi protested against the postponement. He further pleaded himself guilty, so no trial would be required. He said his was a conflict of duties. He did not want to be a lawbreaker. At the same time, he wanted to render humanitarian service. And without breaking the British law, he would not be able to give humanitarian service to the people of Champaran. He asked for the penalty due. Seeing the trouble brewing outside, magistrate again postponed trial for 2 hours. Gandhi was asked to furnish bail, but Gandhi refused. When court reconvened, judge said he would not deliver judgment for several days. And at that time, Gandhi was allowed to remain at liberty. During this period of liberty, Gandhi made a big plan with the prominent lawyers of Champaran. He consulted Rajendra Prasad, Brij Kishore Babu, Maulana Masroor Haq, and other prominent lawyers. And he asked them, what would they do if he was implicated and jailed? Lawyers said, Gandhi was an outsider, yet he had to court arrest selflessly for the cause of the peasants. Lawyers felt deserting Gandhi would be shameful. So they said, we will follow you to jail. And Gandhi remarked, the battle of Champaran is won. Seeing the detailed plan of Gandhi and selfless service of lawyers to Gandhi, Lieutenant Governor dropped the case against Gandhi. This was the first triumph of civil disobedience in British India. Being encouraged by the release, Gandhi wanted to replicate the Champaran triumph across the length and breadth of India and create free and independent India. Gandhi's new approach was very systematic to the problem. He, along with his lawyer friends, gathered as much information about the problem in Champaran. They gathered evidence, documents to support their case. Everything was documented. And they convinced the Lieutenant Governor, who finally set up an official commission of inquiry. Commission awarded 25% refund to the peasants. And Gandhi agreed. There was spontaneous murmur against the logic of Gandhi. But Gandhi said, The amount of refund was less important than the fact that the landlords had been obliged to surrender part of their money, and with that money, part of their prestige. Now, the peasants realized that they had rights and they had defenders. They learned courage. They gained confidence. British landlords in the Champaran issue lost their faces. They slowly abandoned their estates. Sharecropping came to an end, and the land reverted back to the peasants. He then saw the cultural and social backwardness in the Champaran villages. He, with the help of his associates, set up school, taught the community lesson in health and hygiene. This was a typical Gandhi pattern. His politics were interlinked with the practical day-to-day problems of the millions. Finally, when Gandhi wanted to leave Champaran to his ashram in Sevagram, Charles Freer Andrews, a British follower of Gandhi, came forward and got ready to extend complete service to the Indian peasants. But Gandhi felt that asking Charles Freer Andrews to remain in Champaran and support the British peasants would be totally again depending on British. Gandhi said, to win complete freedom and liberty, to win complete independence, Indians should remain self-reliant and learn self-dependence. So Gandhi declined the offer of Charles Freer Andrews. Gandhi understood, if Champaran is one, whole of India could be one. Create an independent India for all of us. Thank you.